Hi, I'm doing this video to share my experiences with the Buddy Hotel in Munich. We stayed there on September 21st through the 25th this year for the Oktoberfest 2024, and had a terrible experience. When we got to the room, we noticed immediately there were no chairs or tables in the room. All they had was a bed, a bathroom, kind of a closet, and a little bit of a shelf for the coffee maker that didn't work. So that was issue number one. We then started to get ready the next morning to go out. Using the bathroom, all the power went out. We were using their blow dryer. So we went to the front desk. Girl came up. She was able to reset one circuit breaker, but that only turned on the main lights. It didn't turn on any lights in the bathroom or any of the plugs anywhere in that room. The metal chalices that are electrical, that provide privacy, wouldn't work either. The reason we know that is because it was still dark when we got up, and because there were no lights, we were hoping to open up the chalices to let some light in. It turns out there was a separate circuit that was up in the ceiling that she didn't know anything about. Well, I went to my brother's room to get ready that day, and when we came back, they said they fixed it. Next morning, same things happened again. At least this time we knew how to reset it. But obviously, there's a major electrical issue there. The circuit breakers, they go bad. They're obviously bad there. Never had this experience in a hotel before. On the last night, we needed towels. The clerk didn't know where the towels were. So we spent the next 20 minutes going up and down the elevator, going from floor to floor, trying to figure out which room had this cloud's towel storage. We eventually did find it. Just very annoyed with my experience there. I would not recommend this hotel. There's lots of nice hotels in Munich, beautiful city. I'd avoid this one. Okay, we're in wide angle here. I just want to register my frustration with this hotel, room 323. This is what we got in the room for tables and chairs. 2 stools. They couldn't find us a table, couldn't find us a chair. So there was no place to sit down. On 2 mornings, while we were using the electrical, all the lights went out. They were able to fix the one circuit so we had lights in here, but none of the plugs worked. So we couldn't get ready with a hairdryer, curling iron. And they had no idea where the second circuit breaker was. So luckily I went over to my brother's room, was able to get ready that morning because we were in a hurry. And while we were gone, they fixed it, and they said, the second circuit breaker is up here. They said the circuit breaker failed first because of steam, which tells me it's a shaky electrical system. The second one was due to when my wife pulled out her curling iron and all the lights went out again. That was the second morning. So we had to go through that whole thing again. But this is where we have to reset the lights every morning. Every time we tried to get ready, the circuit breaker would go. But not only that, there's 2 different circuit breakers. There's one buried in the ceiling that they had no idea how to fix yesterday. They do now. And then one where a normal circuit breaker panel down the hall has. So twice we're trying to get ready and we couldn't. None. The coffee maker is horrible. It doesn't work properly. By the way, when the lights went out, there's power chalices on these 2 front windows that didn't work because the power was out, which made it a safety issue if there was a fire. And you need to use the power chalices in order to create some privacy in the room. There are no privacy curtains. You do have this. I'm okay with that. The bed was okay, but and the service here, and I don't want to blame the people at the front desk. They just weren't trained properly. They had no idea on what to do with building maintenance. It took a search of 3 or 4 floors last night to find towels for the room. The guy didn't know exactly where the towels were, so we went up and down the elevator trying to figure out where the towel room was. This was the front desk guy. You would think he'd know that. So I was just clearly upset with everything about this hotel. I was just surprised. This is the Hotel Buddy, room 323. This is the only light in the bathroom. We got 2 big lights in the shower, which I don't need, but it's so dark in here. Internet is iffy. I would not recommend this hotel ever. So I wanted to wrap up. Following this is their response when we sent an email regarding our complaint. Basically, they're telling us to pound sand. That's unacceptable. I also want to make an additional comment regarding their comment. They said it was our converters that created the problem. Here's the problem. We used their hairdryer. It was their hairdryer that tripped the circuit. It wasn't our converters. We did have an adapter for charging our iPhone and electronic stuff. That worked fine until the hairdryer choked the circuit out. So here's their response, and hopefully I plan to send this video to them and see if they'll compensate us for this. If they didn't, that's why you're seeing this right now. Thanks.